Hey everybody, welcome to part 2. We're going to be learning about the circle of fourths today, whereas in the last video we learned about the circle of fifths. A lot like the circle of fifths, the circle of fourths is going to be cycling through key signatures. The main difference between the two is that the circle of fifths you're adding sharps to the key signatures, whereas the circle of fourths you're adding flats. This gives you the flat keys. So let's take a look at the circle of fourths. You have the key of C as your first key on the wheel, which has no sharps or flats. Therefore, it'll be spelled like this: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. Now to find the next key, you can either look to the left on the wheel or count up to the fourth note of the scale you're on. The fourth note of the C scale is F, therefore the next key on the circle of fourths will be the key of F. As you go up 1/4 to the next key, you always are going to add one flat to the key signature. The shortcut to remember which flat you're going to add is that it's going to be on the fourth note of that scale. So let's count up from F. F, G, A, B. B would be the fourth note of the F scale, so we have to add a flat sign to it, giving us B flat. Therefore, the F scale will be spelled like this: F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F. Just like how in the circle of fifths we kept all of the sharp signs from the keys that came before, accumulating sharps, we're going to do the same thing and keep all of the flat signs as we move through the circle of fourths, accumulating flats. So we already said that the fourth note of the F scale is B flat. That's going to give us our next key. So now in the key of B flat, we have to add a flat sign to the fourth of what would be that scale. Okay, so let's count up from B flat. We have B flat, C, D, E would be the fourth, so we add a flat sign to that, making it E flat. So now in the key of B flat, we have two flats, which would be B flat and E flat. And that's pretty much how it works. You're just going to work that same system halfway across the wheel until you get to G flat. You could keep going, but you start to get a bunch of ugly double flats and things like that, which is why in the last video I told you to work the sharp keys up to F sharp, which is the same thing as G flat where we left off in this video, just doing the flat keys. So now that you know how the circle of fourths works, similarly to the last video, I'm going to show you how to practice it on the guitar. Really, it's the exact same approach. You use the circle of fourths to determine which notes are in which scales, and then you look for that set of notes in the first position of the guitar on frets 1 through 4. Let's take one of the keys that we were just talking about, for example, B flat. We already know that there's two flats in the key signature, B flat and E flat, which gives us the notes B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, and back to B flat for the B flat major scale. So in the first position, the lowest B flat we have is on the first fret of the A string. Then the note C, 3 of A, open D, E flat on first fret of D, F on the third fret of D, open G, A on the second fret of G, and back to B flat on the third fret of G. And just like in the last video, I'm not going to play through every key on the wheel because that would make this a really long video, but I did write them all out for you in the description down below. So I would encourage you to start from the key of C and work your way all the way through G flat, writing out the notes of each key, and then compare it to what's in the description to check your work. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments down below. Thanks and see you next time.